Hello all, welcome to Step into UPSC. In today's video, we are going to talk about the schedules of the Constitution of India, right? In previous video, we have discussed the parts of the Constitution of India, right? After the parts, we have to look into the schedules of the Constitution of India, right? If you want to download this PPT of this class, you can download this in my official Telegram channel. The link will be provided in the description below, right? Let's get into the today's topic now. First, what are schedules? Schedules are nothing but they are tables. In the tables, the additional information was given that are not mentioned in the articles of the Constitution of India, right? Schedules are nothing but they are tables. In that tables, the additional information are given that are not mentioned in the articles of the Constitution of India, right? So in simple terms, schedules are nothing but they are tables, right? This schedules first mentioned in the Government of India Act of 1935, right? In that act, there are 10 schedules, okay? After the independence, in 1949, we have 8 schedules only, right? After all the amendments of till today, we have 12 schedules in total, right? This is a brief introduction about the schedules, right? Now let's move into the schedules of the Constitution of India, right? The first schedule talk about the names of states and union territories of India, right? In the schedules, names of union territories, states are given, right? And the second schedule. In this schedule, the privileges, allowances, emoluments, all the details are mentioned of the higher officers. The officers are President, Governor of States, Speaker and Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, Chairman and Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, and Speaker, Deputy Speaker of State Legislative Assembly, Chairman and Deputy Chairman of State Councils, Supreme Court and High Court Judges, and Comptroller and Auditor General of India, that is CAG. These details are given in the second schedule of the Constitution, right? Now let's move into the third schedule. In this schedule, the oath and affirmation of union ministers, parliament election candidates, members of parliament, Supreme Court judges, CAG, that is Comptroller and Auditor General of India, state ministers, state legislative candidates, state members, that is MLAs, High Court judges, all their oath and affirmation are given in this schedule, right? Now let's move into the fourth schedule. This schedule talk about the provisions in relation to the allocation of seats for states and union territories to Rajya Sabha, right? In Rajya Sabha, seats were allocated for states and union territories, right? These details are given in this fourth schedule, right? Now let's move into the fifth schedule. Fifth schedule talks about the provisions in relation to the administration and control of scheduled areas and scheduled tribes. Fifth schedule clearly talk about the administration and control of the scheduled tribes and scheduled areas, right? And the sixth schedule talks about the administration and control of areas in Assam, Mizoram, Meghalaya and Tripura, right? Fifth schedule talk about the common administration and control of the scheduled and tribal areas. But sixth schedule talk about the administration of these 4 states, administration and control of these 4 states. What are the states? Assam, Mizoram, Meghalaya and Tripura, right? This is the sixth schedule. Now let's move into the seventh schedule of the Constitution of India. Seventh schedule talk about the 3 lists, okay? The first list is union list, okay? In union list, there are 97 items. In this item, the central government only have the right to create any act or amend any act, right? This is the union list. Union list have originally 97 items. Now it had 98 items. For example, nuclear power, defense, all the details, right? This is the union list. And this state list. State list is nothing but it had 66 items originally, right? Now it had 59 items. For example, prisons, agriculture, these are come under the state list. Okay? Originally it had 66, now it had 59, right? And the last list was concurrent list. Originally it had 47 items, now it had 52. For example, education, these are all come under the concurrent list. In concurrent list, both central government and state government have the right to amend any act or create any acts, right? This is the concurrent list of the Constitution of India. This is the 7th schedule of the Constitution of India. Now let's move into the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India. It deals with the 22 official languages of India, right? What are the official languages of India? These are the languages, that is Assamese, Bengali, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Malayalam, Manipuri, Nepali, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu, Bodo, Santali, Maithili and Dogri. These are the languages. These are the official languages of India that is recognized by the Constitution, right? In this schedule, these are the small facts. We have to remember these facts, right? Sindhi languages was added by the 22nd Amendment Act of 1957, right? The Sindhi languages was added 22nd Amendment Act of 1957, right? And the Konkani, Manipuri and Nepali, these three languages were added by the 71 Amendment Act of 1992, right? These three languages, what are they? Konkani, Manipuri and Nepali. These three languages were added by the 71 Amendment Act of 1992, right? And the Bodo, Dogri, Maithili and Santali. These four languages were added by the 92nd Amendment Act of 2003 and these come into force in 2004, right? The last four languages were added by the Constitution was Bodo, Dogri, Maithili and Santali. These four languages were added by the 92nd Amendment Act of 2003, right? This is about the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India. Now let's move into the 9th schedule of the Constitution. It deals with the acts of state and parliament, acts and regulations that includes land reforms and abolition of the zamindari system, right? 9th schedule is nothing but it talk about the acts and regulations of the parliament and the states. It includes land reforms, abolition of zamindari system, all these details, right? The first Amendment Act of 1951 was added in this schedule. Okay, this is the 9th schedule of the Constitution of India. Now let's move into the 10th schedule of the Constitution. 10th schedule is nothing but it talk about the disqualification of members of parliament, that is MP, and the state legislative members, that is MLAs, on the ground of defection, right? It simply means this schedule talk about the anti-defection law, right? That is disqualification of members of parliament and state legislative assemblies on the ground of defection. Okay, this is added by the 52nd Amendment Act of 1985. Okay, this is the 10th schedule. Now moving to the 11th schedule of the Constitution of India. This is talk about the provision in relating to the powers and functions of the Panchayat Raj. Okay, this schedule was added by the 73rd Amendment Act of 1992. Okay, in this schedule there are 29 functions. Okay, the 29 functions were related to the Panchayat Raj. Okay, The last schedule talk about the municipalities, the powers and functions of the municipalities of India. Okay. 12th schedule talk about the powers and functions of the municipalities. This was added by the 74th Amendment Act of 1992, right? And this schedule have 18 subjects, okay, in relation to the municipalities. Okay, this is the 12th schedule of the Constitution of India. So with this we come to end of this today's video. If you have any doubts or clarification, you can come and ask in the comment section. I will be reply all your clarifications, right? Thank you for watching and do not forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching.